I guess 50% off just isn't enough. Welcome to Matt's Profit Pursuit. I'm Matt. I'm a part-time reseller. I source the Goodwill bins and sell on eBay. I make what sold videos so you see what's selling right now on eBay and break down those sales so you see how much is made after fees, cost of goods, shipping, and taxes are taken out. I got 5 orders, 4 today. 1 actually shipped out yesterday because the buyer really wanted it by the weekend, so I told him I'll ship it out that day. And we're going to talk about lowball offers. First, let's see what sold. Sold this pair of Worth racing pants. I paid $1.05 for these pants and they sold for $24.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $36.70, and after fees and shipping I'm left with $21.56. I didn't know much about them. I know racing stuff, whether it's motocross, whether it's race cars, whether it's bikes, like bicycles, is a pretty expensive hobby. So I figure these are worth looking up. They're pretty good. Obviously the full suit would be a lot better, but just the pants, it's worth it. Yesterday, Matt here. I had an order come through and the buyer really wanted it as fast as possible, so I updated the shipping to priority. I told them I would pack it up today and send it out as soon as possible, and it's this pair of Innovate shoes. These are like a barefoot trail running shoe. I paid $1.20 for these shoes and they sold for $17 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $28.08, and after fees and shipping I'm left with $13.93. Now back to the normal video. This pair of North Face Gore-Tex pants. Pretty good condition, just the logo on the front's faded. Other than that, pretty good. I paid $2.35 for these pants and they sold for $19.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $32.70, and after fees and shipping I'm left with $18.80. Sold this Filson hat. Filson's a good brand. They make flannels and things like that that are worth a lot. This is like a long bill hat, a vintage hat with a leather liner in there. It's kind of a cool looking hat. I paid 35 cents for this hat and it sold for $24.99 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $33.23, and after fees and shipping I'm left with $21.11. This was one of the items I found at the bins. I talked about it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, about how I found items that were priced really high at the bins that had been to a retail Goodwill, and they have like a boutique Goodwill in downtown Portland, I believe, or they did. It's probably closed by now with all the craziness that goes on down there. But I found a little bin inside of one of the big bins full of different belts and shoes and things like that that were priced crazy high, and I figured if I can get at least a quarter of what they were priced at, that'd be awesome. So this belt sold, and it is, the brand is ST DuPont, made in Italy. Here's the buckle. I paid 40 cents for this belt and it sold international for $61.74 plus shipping. The buyer is all in at $67.49, and after fees and shipping I'm left with $54.54. So that's it for today. It's going to be a real quick video. I just want to talk about offers for a second. I put best offer on all my listings. That way if someone's interested, maybe, at least they'll contact me. You should know you're going to get low offers. I don't have a low limit set. I want any communication back and forth with the buyer is good, I think. And for Q4, I'm running a 50% off sale on items that were $30 or more. For the most part, there's a few items I excluded, but that way I still get my $15 sale price, minimum that I want. But I'm still getting offers for like another 25% off of that. And so my response to that is just, hey, this is already 50% off. I'm not taking offers right now. Even though it says or best offer on there, I'm just not taking offers right now because I didn't want to go through and change that on there. But you don't need to accept the offer. You can always counter offer or just flat out decline, which I do a lot of times. I have a $50 item, somebody offers me $5, I just decline it. For example, these vintage Converse I found which I have them listed high because I really like them. I've worn them a few times and I'm debating on keeping them. It's just hard for me to keep things. I don't need them, and the money would be good for the business. But I have them listed for $200. Now they're 50% off, so they're $100 plus shipping, which is not bad for these Converse. So these, I believe, are from the 50s. If you look at the new Converse 70s that came out, which is, I believe, the 70th anniversary, they make them look like these. They kind of have a little bit thicker sole there, and it has, these are the blue label. I believe they have black label on the back of those ones. But they have this on the inside where you would write your name. Converse Comfort. So for how old these are, I mean they're falling apart here, along there, especially this one. This one's really bad there, and then falling apart here. But I mean the soles on them are really good. They're kind of cool. I like them. So if they don't sell, that's fine, and I will probably keep them. I should probably just keep them. I don't need them. Anyway, sorry. Internal dialogue coming out. The buyer still contacted me about those, even though I had them 50% off already. And they asked,
would you do 80 shipped?
And the next day,
hello?
My simple response was, no. Then they came back with
90 shipped?
And I responded, they're already on sale for 50% off. I'm not taking offers right now. Thanks. And one last try. They had to give it one more shot.
100 shipped?
I stopped responding at that point. So don't get discouraged, especially if you're starting out and you have an offer and you go look and you're like, oh crap, like it's not even a good offer. Side note, if you get an offer that's more or the price of the item, is probably some kind of scam, and they're going to try to contact you afterwards and say, hey, call this number or do something. Don't do that. Stay, every communication, stay on eBay. Don't ship it to any other address. Don't do anything. Follow the policies. It protects you, that way you're not out money. And I don't have a solid rule of when I'll accept an offer or not. It kind of just depends on how I'm feeling that day and what's going on. I feel like I've talked about this before, and again, it's day by day. As I was trying to think about why I would accept an offer, my mind was going all kinds of places. For example, if I don't have any sales and I get an offer, it depends on if I want to ship that day or not. If I don't have anything, I'm like, cool, I don't have to do anything today. I may not accept the offer. Or if I'm hungry for sales, I may accept the offer to try to get some movement going. And then, of course, price, right? How much you paid for the item, how much the offer is, things like that. How hard is it to ship the item, if I want to deal with it that day, whatever matrix you have, just go by it. You know, it's your business, do whatever you want. So hopefully Q4 is going to ramp up, so you're going to see a lot more offers, and they might be low ones. Now let's break down these sales. For those items, including what the buyers paid for shipping, I have a total of $189.31. After fees, I'm left with $129.94, minus the cost of goods, which was only $5.35. That leaves me with $124.59. Take away 25% for taxes, which is $31.14. That leaves me with $93.45. Take 20% to invest that back into the business, which is $18.68. And that leaves me with $74.77. Now it's 5 items. I average about 15 minutes per item for sourcing, listing, and shipping. So that'd be an hour and 15 minutes. Let's call it an hour and a half. And that gives me an hourly rate of $49.84 after fees, after taxes, and after investing back into the business. It's more than I make at my normal job. Now the goal is to just make that 8 hours worth a day, and I can do this full time. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. God bless. Peace.